All right, folks, welcome. It is 7:30 Eastern Time. We're now streaming over at YouTube and we're streaming here live on Zoom. And we appreciate all of you coming out to take a look at our broker opportunity. My name is David Rutz. I happen to be the founder of DAC, and I started this company just over or just under 10 years ago. And we're very proud of what we've accomplished thus far. We've helped thousands of businesses gain access to funding to grow their companies. Businesses who more than likely would not have been able to get approved at their bank. And sometimes it's only 30,000, sometimes it's 50,000, sometimes it's 500,000, whatever amount they can qualify to pay back in a short period of time, we can generally get them, and that helps fuel their business. We're very proud of that. This started because I owned a company, and as a business that was growing, I was fortunately in the position where we were growing, unfortunately, in a position I couldn't afford the growth. We bottled product. And in bottling product, you have to buy the ingredients and bottle the product before you sell the product. And in order to do that, you need to buy for what you think you're going to sell. It takes about 8 to 12 weeks to make these products that I had. And long story short, that means I had to buy product for 12 weeks from now. But when you're growing at 100% a month, you need to buy product for 400%, 500% of what you're selling. And you only have the sales from what you're selling now. So also we needed hundreds of thousands of dollars that we didn't have to keep filling my juice product to grow, to support that growth. I went to my bank. My bank was not willing to help me without me putting my house up, going through appraisal process, spending all that time, 6 to 8 weeks to get approved. I had to buy the product in days. And this is a bank I banked with for years. And with all that said, I understood. I wasn't happy, a little bit offended, frankly. Um, they said we bank where businesses bank. Well, I was, and apparently they couldn't help bank where businesses bank, couldn't help a business, a successful, profitable business. So I ended up having to sell that company. I partnered. I'm still an owner in it, but I had to partner it with another company who could afford the growth. And it was my baby. It was a company that I worked my heart out to build. I didn't want to ever have to sell it. So I've lived this. So after I did so, I learned of this type of funding that you're about to hear about. I heard of this funding, and someone who was in the mortgage business told me about it. I looked into it. I said, "You've got to be kidding me." And it was only a few years old at this time. This was in 2015. It had only been around a few years, this revenue-based alternative business funding, loans for business owners using their current revenue. And if they got revenue coming in, they can get future money based on expected future sales. And it was an interesting concept. I looked into it. I said, I've got to get the word out for that. In 2015, I decided to start David Allen Capital. My middle name's Allen. I decided to start this company to help all the business owners like me. I didn't do it to put people in debt. I didn't do it to straddle people with loans that they had trouble paying back. I did it to fuel businesses so they wouldn't have to sell. I did it to fuel businesses so they wouldn't have to close. I did it to fuel businesses so that as they were growing, we could leverage them and take them to the next level. I did it to fuel that local pizzeria so they could buy a second location and earn a real living instead of just 30 or 40,000 a year. I did it for that nail salon who had one salon and was making 50,000 but needed to make 120 or 130 to be able to take some time off and live, so they needed a second location and they needed 50 or 100 grand to do it. That's who I started David Allen Capital for. So we're proud to say thousands of businesses have taken funding from us. Hundreds of thousands have gone through our platform. And we've paid out tens of millions in commissions to our brokers who've helped deliver these fundings. So we've been a successful business, but guess what? The market is bigger than we are. The market is growing so fast, we need more brokers. So if you could find it in yourself to be interested in helping business owners in your community, and your community is anywhere in the United States, this might be a perfect fit for you. So I've got a slide presentation I'm going to show, but I want to begin by saying, much like 9 out of 10 people who get the real estate license never sell a house, and 9 out of 10 who become mortgage brokers never get mortgages except for themselves and maybe their family. And 9 out of 10 people get in the life insurance business, never write any policies except their own. Performance-based business, 9 out of 10 people who join DAC will never get a business client. It's not because the product doesn't work, it's because they don't want to do what it takes. So I say that to start because we're not looking for everyone to go, wow, this is great, I'm signing up. There's no investment required. There'd be no reason why you wouldn't, except you just don't want to do it. So this presentation tonight is to share the transparent reality of why our product's amazing, yes, but also what it takes to have success. And if you're willing to do what it takes, and that's just talk to business owners and inform and educate them. So if and when they ever need funding, they come to you. If you're willing to do that and willing to do it in large numbers, and if you talk to 5 people, the most you're going to have is 5 fundings. That's not going to make you that much money, right? But if you're willing to look at this as a real opportunity for you to devote some time and attention to, just like the people who make significant money in the real estate industry, 95% don't, but the 5% make a lot of money because they do things different than the 95%. Nothing changes here. So if you're willing to do the thing, then you'll do well. And so I want to tell you all about our business. So it'll take about 25 minutes, but within 10, you'll know whether this is for you or not. So let me share my screen with you. Again, my name is David Rutz. I happen to be the founder of David Allen Capital, and it's my pleasure to share with you our broker overview. Can you see this okay?
Yep, we can see
All
it.
right. Beautiful. Business loan broker, funding the front line of capitalism. We serve business owners. You can build an agency if you want, and you can get paid to do both. I've pretty much already set it up, but this is a big opportunity to help business owners because they need funding. They can't get it at their bank generally. We can get them fast funding, like within a day. You get paid generally within a week. It's the day after we are. And you can even build an agency if you want to. You never have to. All right. Why many love this? There's no license required. It's free to start. There's daily commissions. You can earn overrides on a team as well, just like a real estate broker can or an insurance broker. And it's home based. You don't have to open an office. It's flexible, it's scalable, and you can do it online. And basically, you can build your own money machine here. Example, you help a business who needs 80,000 get 80,000. You earn about $3,200. Not bad at all. You served and you got paid. If one of your brokers does the same, you'd make about $320 as they're making $3,200. You can have as many brokers as you want. Imagine 10, 50, just like that local real estate broker has 30 or 40 personally enrolled licensed agents, right? Producing licensed agents. You can do the same thing. What you actually do, simple. You refer businesses who need funding to our funding platform. We find the best offer for them. We do all the work. We handle it for your client. We answer all their questions, and you earn for referring them on any deals you refer and any your agency refers, you can earn on. Now, what we do, I talked at the beginning about we want to leverage businesses, help them grow, not straddle them with debt. Debt's money they take and spend. Leverage is money they take and use as a tool to grow. It's just a mindset, but it's a purpose. It's why are you taking the money? Buy a widescreen TV? Not a good idea. Buy a product that you're going to resell. You buy 1,000 units that you're going to resell at 10 times what you paid. Good idea. So we help businesses grow with fuel plays like they want more locations, or they want to get an inventory discount, or they want to buy new equipment for their ice cream shop so they can expand and draw, or they want to remodel their store so they can charge more, have a higher clientele, or maybe expand the size of their crews or their seating in their patio of their restaurant, or maybe they just want to say yes to a big construction job, but they need capital to buy all the supplies in advance because they don't get paid until the job is complete. What you're looking at here is my first 7 personal clients. Those are all real life examples of my first 7 clients. Now, there are some times where it's leverage is a rescue play because you're helping them get through a pinch. Example, they got to pay their rent or their restaurant's going to get shut down, or a machine broke down. They can't generate revenue anymore because the equipment to work isn't working, or they got to pay payroll, or their employees are going to all quit, or they're out of inventory, or they're, they just got an audit and they got a $40,000 audit bill, or some law issue and they got to pay that. They weren't expecting it. Any type of pinch they can get in, we come in and help solve that problem. So, leverage to grow. Those are our fuel plays. It's 90% of our offers. 10% of the time, it's a rescue play. All right. So, why business funding? Well, we could market anything, right? Well, I already told you why I wanted to start a business funding company because I was that guy that had to sell my business, a 7-year-old business. I didn't like having to sell my successful business. But the other reason is this, the biggest reason is there's millions of businesses who can't get bank loans, and most are going to fail in the first few years. And their number one reason they say for failure, and you can be a difference and stop this, their number one reason is lack of access to working capital. You say, wait a minute now. If you need a car, banks will give you a car loan if you have good credit. If you need business loan, the business bank will give you money if you have good credit. No, they won't. They don't give you a business loan unless you have some things I'm going to show you in a minute that 90% of the business don't have. So banks are great for 10% of the businesses. If you already have 30 locations and you've already got $17 million a year in sales, good for you. You might be able to get a bank loan. But why are so many rejected? Here's the number one reason. If you don't have collateral to put up that's worth at least 1 to 1.5 times what you need, you're not approvable. You can't get a bank loan. You got an 800 credit? Doesn't matter. Get a credit card. We're not going to give you a business bank loan unless you give us something to take if you don't pay it. Like, do you own that building your restaurant's in? No. Okay. Do you own the house that you live in? Okay. Can you put it free and clear? There's no mortgage on it. Okay. If you give me that home, it's worth a 500,000. We'll give you, based on your sales, we'll give you 400,000. If you don't pay the business loan, we're taking your house. That's collateral, right? 90% of the businesses don't have free and clear collateral, so they can't get approved. On top of that, if they do, then they need 2 years profitable tax returns. They need a 700 FICO score, which they probably hurt their credit starting their business. And they've personally guaranteed just about everything in their business. So any late pays hurt them personally. Business plans got to be approved, long, complex app, etc. So less than 1 million businesses in America, of those 30 million right now, are bankable. Less than 1 million. This opportunity is huge, folks, because there's a new alternative called alternative capital. It comes along and says, hey, you don't need collateral. As long as you're doing revenue today, and at least 15,000 a month in revenue right now, we'll take as low as a 550 FICO score, sometimes even lower. Where you can use the funds any way you want. Not only that, it's a 5-minute app. And we'll give you funds in one business day. Over 9 million businesses qualify for what you see right there. 15,000 a month in sales. 550 FICO. Over 9 million qualify for our funding, where less than 1 million qualify for bank loans. Now, we've got another 20 million businesses who aren't doing $15,000 a month, but we've got an instant funding product that we can help them with as long as they're doing 3,000 a month. So we even help many of them. But this industry, I said it's screaming and growing. Let me just share this with you. It's 300 billion already today. It's expected to grow to 378 billion in a few years. And we just want to start. First goal is 1%, then 2, then 3, then 4. When we have 1%, we'll be paying out $210 million a year in broker commissions. That's a significant money model. Okay, our business is already in the top 2% of businesses in North America as far as growth and size. But hey, we want to be in the top 1/10 of 1%. And we can do it by having more brokers like you helping us get there, right? Finally, business funding that works for the other 90%. Here's the problem. Alternative capital is awesome, but because there's over 100 providers doing it, the problem is there's not one that's best for all of them. We worked with the top 20, but of those top 20, some want certain industry types and not others. Some want certain industry types in the summer, but not the winter. Some want 50,000 a month in sales in the summer, but don't mind it only being 20,000 in the winter. And so it depends on when you apply, what type of industry you're in, what state you're in, how many owners there are, you male, female. There's all kinds of things that go into the decision matrix. So guess what? We solved it. My son is having a get together in Colorado for his wedding, little get together with some of the men, and everyone's talking about the flights and how we're going to get out there. And, if you want the cheapest flight, you don't care what airline, what do you do? Do you go look at 30 airlines and go to their website, fill out all the form at all 30? Or do you go to something like Travelocity or Kayak and some travel engine that shows you all the prices, right? It's kind of smart. isn't it? Well, if there's 100 business lenders and you're a business owner and you want to find the best approval amount, what are you going to do? Go to apply to all 100? You don't even know the 100 exist. Even if you only know the two or three are advertised on TV, if you only apply at those two or three, you're probably going to get declined because they're the hardest to get approved at. But if you go to someone like us, we solved it with a business platform. We say, hey, we'll start something called Bank Breezy Funding Platform. When the client, a business owner, fills out an application with us, all the top funders compete and give the best offer. So literally a 5-minute application, 20 top providers compete. We stay away from the ugly providers, and then we deliver the best offer within one business day. Is that spectacular? And they don't have to go apply at those 20 places or 50 places. They go through our one little system. That's called smart. But most business owners don't know it exists. Now, you inform them. That's it. You just inform them that you can get them the best offer available. They can say no to it. There's no cost to use our platform. Now, what type of offers do they get? Typically, it's about 1 to 2 times their monthly revenue. If they're doing 50,000 a month, we can generally get them 50 to $100,000. If they're doing 100,000 a month, we'll get them 100 to 200. Well, David, they need 3 million. They can't afford to pay back 3 million fast enough. If they need 3 million, unless they're doing 3 million a month in sales, they're going to have to go to their bank and have 3 million in collateral to put up. Oh, they don't? Yeah, well, then they're dreaming. So we can get them 1 to 2 times their monthly sales. Let's just be transparently realistic, right? 1 to 2 times their monthly sales if they qualify for our core rate product. Okay. The rates, well, I could tell you this is 3% and compounded a certain amount of times, or 7% and compounded, or 25% and compounded. It's all, rates are confusing because you can make something sound different than it is. So we don't talk rates. We talk cost of capital. We just tell you how much dollars and cents. Let me give an example. If you're a business, if you said to me, David, can you loan me $10? And I say, okay, I'll give you $10, but you got to pay me back 13. You're going to decide right now, is it worth paying $3 for that 10? And you're going to say yes or no. There's no interest rate, time, what's the percent, how many times you're going to amortize this, David? Are you multiplying it or compounding daily, monthly, weekly, annual? What's the APR? It's $3. Business owners get that. People with tech degree or finance degrees, I'm one of them, says, oh, well, what's the APR? And you get all these smart languages, and it's a bunch of nonsense. How much is it costing in cash? It's going to generally cost 1.15 or 15 cents per dollar, up to 25 cents per dollar. So in other words, if you get 100 grand, you're going to pay back between 115 and 125. So here's the example. You get approved. Ma'am, you've been approved. Your restaurant's been approved for $100,000. We can have it for you today. No collateral required to be in your account. The end of business, you will have to pay back $125,000 over the next year. Is the benefit of that 100,000 worth the 25 it's going to cost you? Yeah, because I'm expanding to a second location where I'll do an extra $200,000 a month. Okay, well then, do you want to take the 100 grand? You got to pay back 125 over the next year. It's going to be about, you can do the math. That's about $10,000 a month. Yep, and it's paid weekly instead of monthly. Can you afford that? We know you can because you're doing the cash flow. Do you want to proceed? No, I was just going to put it in the bank in case a storm comes, in case my roof falls apart. So I'm not going to pay interest on something that I may not need. Smart move. See why we say we fund leverage? If they're going to turn that 100 into 3, they don't mind paying back 125. Now, requirements for our core rate is 2 years in business, 15,000 plus monthly sales, and a 685 FICO score. We try to always get the core rate product. This is our lowest price products. However, we learned over time, not everyone qualifies for this. So we also have something called flex rate funding. Our flex rate funding is a little easier to qualify for because you don't need the 2 years in business. Your approval amounts are lower. It's usually half to 1 times your monthly amount. So if you're doing 20,000 a month, you're going to get 10 to 20K. The cost is going to be higher. It's going to be 26 to 50 cents per dollar that you get. Right? So you get 50K, you're going to pay back, my screen's covered there, but little math, 63 to 75,000 as an example. Now the requirements are only 6 months in business instead of 2 years. You still need to be doing 15,000 a month, but now you could have a lower FICO score. See the qualification differences there? Obviously we try to get the core rate. It's lower costs. 100,000 is 100,000. One you have to pay back 120, the other one you got to pay back 140. We'd rather get you the 100, pay back 120, right? We're paid the same. Okay. So those are about what they can get. Again, if the benefits outweigh the cost, what do? They say yes. If they don't outweigh the cost, what do? They don't proceed. Fortunately, 8 out of 10 times you get a customer to get approved, they're going to proceed. Now, we don't determine these costs. Just like Travelocity doesn't determine what Southwest charges and Delta charges, they do. Travelocity just reports. We just report the best offer, but what we will tell you is this: we're going to get you the best offer, or we'll give you $500. You can tell your client that. And as the broker, we're going to fund, you don't have to pay that. We do. DAC, 4.6 Trustpilot. In fact, it's going up a little bit since we did this. We've got a few more 5-star reviews since that. Nationwide business, 9 years strong, experienced leadership. I've got over 30 years experience helping people start their own brokerages. Business funding is new for 10 years, but the industry is only 14 years old. So to be doing it 10, we're experts in this space. We've helped over 300,000 businesses move through our platform, and it's our impact goal to have 100,000 brokers who are earning full-time income with us. And to do so, we got to be making a significant impact on your life and, of course, a lot of business owners. That's our goal. The market's screaming. Timing's perfect. I've talked about real estate. Let me just give you a comparison. Real estate, there's about 4.7 million homes sold last year. There's 3 million licensed agents. That means there's one agent for every 1.5 homes sold. A lot of competition. Still a great, great industry if you're one of the better agents. If you're not, you're going to have a hard time finding customers. Business funding, there's 9 million businesses who qualify for our larger funding. There's not even 100,000. So 4.7 million to 3 million agents versus 9 million to 100,000 brokers. And that doesn't count the 20 million other clients that we can help with their instant funding. We give you the websites. They can learn more on this website. This converts. It's got videos. They can learn from FAQs. We've got social posts you can share. They just fill out this simple online app, but we give you videos to share. We give you tools and tips and business cards that convert, scripts and conversations, who to talk to, when to talk to them, etc. All you do is share. But like I said early on, if you got here late, you didn't hear this. I said that 95% of the people who get a real estate license never sell a home. The people who join DAC will never get a funding client. And it has nothing to do with if real estate's a good industry or if people need homes or if our business funding works. It's will the people work? Your business grows at the rate you force it to grow, you impact it to grow, you cause it to grow. You can have a great cheeseburger, but if you don't ever make it, nobody's eating it. You can have a great funding product if you don't ever tell business owners about it and you don't educate enough business owners. So if and when they need funding, they come to you, you'll never get a client, right? So you can earn huge bonuses by making a great impact. We have many people who do. But you got to ask yourself, is this something you'd want to get behind, get educated on, and help get clients? There's a few other ways we get clients. One is our payment processing. We can save them money on their merchant processing fees, have all the same cool tablets and everything else everyone else has. We can even get their fees down to zero. We've also got a healthcare product. This is more for you to use for your family, but it's also great for independent business owners. It costs a lot less than insurance, what my family's on, and you can get paid residually on it. We also have that gig funding I've already talked about a couple times, where you can help someone get up to 10K in under 10 minutes. If they're doing less than 15,000 a month, you can help them. But our key product is our core rate funding. Business funding up to 2 million, built for businesses doing 15,000 a month, 685 FICO, 2 years in business. But again, we've got the flex rate for under than that. But if you're dealing with core rate, you're going to average $80,000 to $100,000 of funding. Nice commissions. So let's talk compensation real quick. I'm going to go through this quick because the bottom line is you get paid well on every client you get. You get a client one a day, you get paid one a day. You get a client one a year, you get paid one commission a year. All right. Every funding, you're going to make 40 to 80% of what we earn. It's called bonus revenue. On the core rate, you're going to earn on average 1 to 3%. That means we're getting, somewhere between 3 and 5%, right, of the funding. So you're going to make 40 to 80%. Um, so you help someone get $200,000, let's say. You're going to make, let's just say you're at the 2%, about 4 grand. Now you may only make 1%, you may make three, but they're just some simple math. Flex rate, we pay out a little more. They pay us a little more on these higher. So you're going to make 2 to 5% on average of those fundings. All right. Basically, if we earn more, you earn more. If we earn less, you earn less. We have a client we're working on right now. It's a $750,000 client. We may only make 3 points on it or 4 points. If so, you make 40 to 80% of that 4 points of 750,000. It's still, what is that? $30,000. So if you make 40% of that, you're making 12 grand for referring the client. So it's 40 to 80% of what we earn, you get. You do the referral, we do most of the work thereafter, you get most of the money. We also have the residual income on those other services, the healthcare and the payment processing. We call it quiet money because it comes in month over month over month. You get up to 50% of what we get on that. So between the two, bonuses now and residuals later, it can add up fast, right? That's the broker opportunity, and you can make significant income, just like there's real estate agents who make $250,000 a year selling homes. Our commissions are very similar. You help someone make, you get $4,000 on a loan versus $4,000 on a house. How many houses can you sell? How many loans can you get out again? Can you get moved? Right. So it's very similar, but there's not millions of agents already. And yet there's 9 million businesses who need funding. So we've got a very big industry right now. No license required. We give you all the training. But it doesn't stop there, because just like at Century 21, if you're a broker, you can open an office and recruit a bunch of other agents and get paid off all they do. We allow you to do the same thing. You can build your own agency here. You can refer other brokers. And for doing so, you're going to earn a percentage of their success, 10 to 50%, basically. So in other words, you introduce me, I'm a new broker. I help someone get a client who's doing 100,000. Let's say DAC made 8,000 on that. So there's 8,000 bonus revenue. That broker is going to make $3,200, 40%, right? You don't have to follow all the math, just get the concepts. But because you referred me as this broker, you're going to make minimum 10%. So what's 10% of 3,200? $320. That comes from DAC. It does not come out of the broker's 3,200. It comes from DAC direct. You can earn more by getting clients yourself, right? Think of it as getting paid on all your broker sales for life, because you do. Let's see, these are all brokers you referred and what they earned this year in personal commissions. You refer all those brokers, and that's what they earned. Houston earned zero. What did you earn on Houston? Zero. You make 10% of nothing, it's nothing. But if you make 10% on all these other ones, 10% on 70 grand is seven. What's 10% of 30? Three. What's 10% of 33? What's 10% of 44? So you add all this up, and these are all commissions that you would tally in every year. Someone's making 100,000 a year, you're making 10,000 a year for referring them and supporting them. Obviously, you want to help them do well. If you're at 50%, it just becomes 5 times the money, right? 5 times the effort, or same effort, but 5 times the money. And it can multiply from their team, because if I'm a broker in your team, I want to take advantage of what I just saw. I'm going to build a brokerage. And as your brokers build brokerages, that becomes a magnified team, basically. It multiplies. And you can earn overrides by getting more clients yourself. You can earn overrides on your team. As long as you're getting clients, you'll earn overrides. And so what happens is those teams continue to grow. When any of them earn a check, you get an override check, a match, a percentage of what they earn. So it's not limited by you. Other people's efforts can stack up. So you get your personal commissions. That's what you focus on. It's what everyone focuses on, is helping make an impact in the business owners in your community. But if you want to make an impact by offering a great broker opportunity as well, there's a lot of brokers in the real estate industry who love how many agents they've helped make 6 figures a year and change their lives. We love helping people become brokers and change their lives. And you may love that too. And if you do and you refer people, you're going to earn a percentage of their earning. And then as that team multiplies, you can earn overrides as well. So your income grows through personal production, broker development, and ever expanding agency network. So we give you all the training you need. We've complimentary training, ready to go business system, step by step. You can get a back office, see all your deals in your back office. We have a certification training. I was just going through it today. It's just launching. We've had all the videos offline. Now it's going to be certified. That's going to be going live through beta test this week. And for everybody's use, all new brokers before the end of the month. It's spectacular. And all that's going to do is make sure that every broker's got all the standards they need to succeed. We give you all the tools. We give you this Bank Breezy funding platform. All of it is complimentary to you. All of it is complimentary to you. It's not free. It costs us a lot of money, but it's complimentary to you. And we give you unmatched support, 24/7 broker group, our Facebook group. You can go chime in on and learn from and share with. We have live training coaching every day at 11:30 a.m. with a pro. You're on the inner circle, if you will. You don't have to pay to be on the inner circle. You're in it. Just show up and you're in it. Real support, real people in our contact in our DSC support department. And our leaders only win when you win. Nobody earns money on you unless you're making money first. And you're never flying blind or alone in our business because of this support. So, because the leaders don't make any money, I think it's pretty obvious DAC doesn't make any money either. We don't make a dime until you make a dollar. That's our guarantee. We offer a better way to serve and succeed businesses. No fees, no risk, no fine print, fast commissions possible. And we don't win unless you first win, as I already said. So, with all that said, you're either feeling something or you're not. Nationwide, small business solution, proven system, expert support. It's a real solution. There's a real need in the marketplace. You can make a real impact. You can not only make an impact, you can create a money machine, get paid fast, daily on your teams, and you're never alone. You've got all the training and support you need. So no barriers, no excuses. You can start part-time, no license required, zero to launch, and zero risk. Work from anywhere. You can launch your business. In fact, you can launch your business in the next 5 minutes. So where do you stand? The ones probably left a long time ago because I said a few times why you shouldn't want to do this. I even said 95% would never get a funding. Excuse me. So the ones are probably gone already. But if you're still here and it's not for you, hey, we appreciate you sticking around. Thank the person who invited you. We asked them to invite people they think are connectors, have integrity, and who want to make a difference in their community. And they invited you. So thank them for that, if nothing else. And refer them some business. If it's not for you, there's business owners in your community who need this. Tell them about your broker friend who told you about this. Or you're curious or you're ready to get started. What I'm going to do is I'm going to take a break. There's no question this works. The only question is whether you want to work it. But I'm going to take a break. Just take a real quick in your gut check. Would you want to refer this to people if you got educated on it and got certified? Would you want to refer it to people? If so, stick around because I'm going to go through 4 steps of getting started. And I'm going to assume if you stay from here forward, that's you. We're never going to ask you for a credit card or nothing like that. But I just want to change my vocabulary to people who are already in. I want to talk about how you're going to start. This is a 4-step starting path. It's real simple. Step 1 is get started. It's 100% on us. Whoever referred you is going to give you their link. Their link has their invite code. So you're linked to them. After you join, you're going to get a welcome email. That a welcome email is going to have some trainings, but it's also going to have all your links. So you're going to go through the funding training and then you can talk to clients. It's that simple. You'll have the support of your team. You'll introduce yourself to them. They'll introduce themselves to you. So get started. Save that welcome email and read it. Step 2, get trained. Watch videos 1 and 2. That also unlocks your private game plan. Go through the private game plan. By next week, you'll be able to go through certification. And so you're going to want to get certified because you're going to find certification gets you paid full commission. Then step 3 is get going. Share our services and your links until certification goes live. As long as you watch those 3 trainings, you're good. You're getting all the same stuff you're going to get through certification anyhow. So then get going. Start launching your business. Your game plan will show you how many conversations to have, etc. What is the recipe for success to hit your goals? And then step 4 is get yourself positioned with your first client. By getting your first client, it positions you to earn more in overrides and in roller commissions and in personal commissions. So get that first client out of the way. And that starts with just referring people you know, letting them know what you do. And as you're getting started, think about this. Which of these 3 categories feels right to you? Number one, solo broker, never want to build a team, just want to help clients and get paid good money to do so. Great. Or do you say, hey, I want to be a team builder, broker enroller as well? Why wouldn't I want to spread the good news and earn overrides? I don't mind the system's going to support them, but I'll also be an encourager. I can be a good buddy system with them. And I earn for it. Yeah, I'll refer to people. Okay. And then there's the other ones that say, I'm going to be an agency builder. I want to be someone who wants to lead a market. I want to make sure my town has 50 or 60 brokers and we're helping hundreds of businesses every month and we're overriding all of them. That's me. So which one are you on there? Solo, enroller, or builder? Right? Which plan fits you best? Just let your enroller know because that's going to change and dictate what type of game plans we put you in. If I go to the gym and they say, what's your goal? And I say, hey, I just want to drop a little weight, retain my strength that I have, maybe get off blood pressure medication. That's going to give me one goal. If it's, hey, I want to make sure my maximum bench press is up by 40% a year. I want to be in fitness competitions, bodybuilding shows. That's going to be a different workout, right? So your plan helps us determine the plan for you. Which one of those three is you? Thursday night, we're doing another presentation. That's why it says next presentation. Thursday night, we're going to be doing a next presentation right here at the same DAC Zoom. Nicholas Duhame, young gun in his late 20s. He's working our business full time. And by the way, he's got to do it from Argentina. He lives in Argentina right now. He's from New Jersey, but he's living in South America. And from there, he's building his business successfully. He's going to be doing the presentation Thursday night. So, based on your relationship alone, you could probably have a person or two here. But what I want to say in closing, I spent 5 or 6 minutes at the beginning sharing my vision because I wanted you to feel our business a little bit, the impact, dollars and cents. In the end, then none of that really matters if it doesn't touch you, if you don't feel it. You probably already left if you don't feel it. But I'll just end by saying this. We're only on the upswing. We continue to get better and better. There's no license required in our industry. So our company built a learning management system with a certification that's going live. You're learning about it as it's going live, but we're already almost 10 years old. August will celebrate our 10th birthday. We've been profitable every year. We're growing. We've got agents who do this or brokers who do this full time. We've got brokers who built nice teams. And we got a lot of brokers, thousands literally, who are part time. If you have anything that made sense to you from this, if anything felt right, you're still here and you get going, or if you're watching this and you're already a broker with us, I'm just going to ask you tonight as we part ways here, and I'll take your questions if you have any in a minute. As we part ways here, I'm just going to ask you to just do a little, not a guilt trip, as I said earlier, but have a gut check on, are you doing enough to make an impact? Are you doing enough for your community? If you know you've got life jackets and there's some people who need them, wouldn't you throw them to them? There's businesses in your community who need a life jacket right now. They need a rescue plane. You don't know it because they do a good job of making sure the lights are changed in their sign and they make sure the menus are clean and the tables are clean and the windows are washed. But that doesn't mean they're taking home any money. That doesn't mean they're making a profit. 6 out of 10 business owners in your community today are breaking even or losing money, according to the Small Business Administration. 6 out of 10 businesses in that strip mall that you drive by every day will be leaving that location in the next 5 years when their lease is up because they didn't make it. 6 out of 10. And if you interview every one of them a year later, say what happened, say I just ran out of money. I couldn't get access to money at the bank. I had good ideas, but I couldn't afford them. I couldn't afford them. It was either pay staff or pay for this new idea. I had to pay my employees. It was either pay rent or pay for the new ideas. I had to pay rent. And they go out of business. It happens every day. 6 out of 10 businesses in America, in brick and mortar business, are breaking even or losing money. And you've got leverage capital available in your mind now. They don't even know about this, or they're hearing about it from a telemarketer from New York or Southeast Florida who's calling them with one thing: BS them, try to get them to apply, and rake them over the coals for some huge commission. That's our competition. We don't do that. We go out there with a method of impacting our local community with access to capital. Come alongside the banks in your community, help them help business owners. When they've got to say no, they don't like saying no. That bank manager doesn't want to say no. They're not mean people. They're not greedy people. That bank manager didn't make up the rules on who they can approve and not approve. They were a teller that got promoted. They didn't make it up. They go home to a family and want to help their community too. They just can't say yes because they're not the ones giving the money. And there's rules in the banking world. So you got to put up collateral. Well, not with us. And as soon as that bank manager learns about us, they may want to do some presentations with you. They may say, hey, come do an education for my customers. Hey, let's meet at the Chamber of Commerce together. I'll tell them how we can help them. If they do have collateral, you tell them how we can help. If you don't, and let's help all the business owners in our community. Yeah, that's what we're looking for is those type people. If you're a man, I can make what on what? I can make how much on who? I can make 3% on I can jam someone for 200 grand and make 6 grand for it. I'm going to go find someone who needs 200 grand tomorrow. Yeah, you don't fit here. We would rather you not join DAC. But if you're someone who says, hey, I'm all about the capitalists of America because without them, we have no employees. And if 6 out of 10 are breaking even or losing money, and I've got access to working capital, and it's a system like Travelocity where they just fill out a 5-minute app. They upload bank statements and we go find them the best offer. And we can get them fuel. They can say no to it if they want. And if they say yes, we grow and grow. Man, I'm in. 5 years from today, we're only going to be bigger and better. We're doing better and better and better things, gooderer and gooderer, and we're going to have more and more serious people. But you know what? Eventually, this gets saturated. It's going to be another 15, 20 years. But when we have 1 million agents and 100,000 are full time, at that point, most communities will have, just like most people have a real estate agent in their town already. Pretty hard to start real estate today and compete with the people who are already making $250,000 a year and been doing it 20 years and already have a network of business of homeowners. It's pretty hard to compete with them. You still can, but it's hard. There's going to come a time it's going to be hard to compete in the business funding space. But right now, we're a peanut in this industry. People don't even know working capital brokers exist. So don't sit on your laurels. Get on a horse. That means your butt. Don't sit on your butt. Get on the horse and get out there and make an impact. Get through our training, get through our system, go out and build a broker team, and let's make a serious impact in your community, and change lives and help those businesses become Henry Fords of tomorrow, right? And Apple computers of tomorrow. They start small. You know, Outback Steakhouse started as one restaurant, right? We've helped a lot of businesses, franchises, et cetera, grow by funding. So with that, I thank you. Get with the person who referred you. They'll give you the link and you get started. We'll see you Thursday night. Tomorrow we got a business funding pro tip, but I'm going to sit down here and take some lessons from anybody. Take some questions from anybody. If you have any questions at all for me personally about our space, this is primarily for guests. Bring it. What questions have you got? And this is not support. Hey, David, where do I find my blah, 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 blah? This is not support questions, nor is chat. That's why we have a support department. Support at davidallencapital.com for agents. So agents, please don't waste guest time by asking questions about your website and stuff like that. If you're a guest and you got a question about anything, I'll answer anything you got, but please don't turn this into a support Q&A session. That's not what this is for. This is for guests. So go ahead. What questions have you got, team? Any questions at all? I don't see any hands up. What you can do is you can use your virtual hand button. There's a little, if you're on a computer, there's a little heart that says react. If you click on that, one of them is going to be raise hand, or you can just type it in the chat and our team will see it and ask it. Any questions at all from anybody? Thank you, Lois, for the kind words. This is
We have
better
a
than
hand up,
selling. Yes, it
so
is.
Lamont, you can go ahead and unmute yourself.
Thank you, McGuire.
So, hey, buddy, I'm curious, do you have anything for like a brand new startup company?
We do not, accept vision for when they get to where they qualify.
Okay,
Anyone who's just getting started has to really get a personal loan. There's really no
gotcha.
business loans exist. They'll call them business loans, but really it's a personal credit card is the best thing they can do.
Cool, brother.
Or
Thank you, brother.
personal mortgage. Yep.
We do have a question in the chat. I'm not sure if you want to get into it, but the question is, do you make money on the people that your brokers bring in?
Yeah, you as we mentioned in the thing, you're not guaranteed to make money on the brokers in your whole network. You have to qualify for that by getting clients yourself. So you can't just sign up and refer a bunch of people and they refer a bunch and refer a bunch and you make money on everybody in your team forever. It doesn't work that way. But if you, just like if you're an insurance broker, you're a general agent and you have agents in your team who get clients, you earn override, but you don't get to start as a general agent. You have to earn your way to that. It's the same thing in this. You earn your way into overrides by getting clients. So you can earn on everyone in your team, but you're not guaranteed to. The people you personally enroll, yes, you earn on them no matter what. People you personally enroll, but any they enroll, you have to qualify for. And when I say automatically, you have to renew each year. It's free to renew, but you have to agree to our policies and procedures once a year and renew. Otherwise, you become inactive and your position is canceled.
And I don't see any other questions in the chat, so I just want to say if you're new here, I've been with the company since 2018 officially, but I've had a front row seat to the beginning, the middle, and I know where we're going to be going. And I just want to say we're a company of integrity, and what you see is what you get. So if you have any pull to join, there's no obligation. You can join for free, and if it's not feeling like a fit, you're not trapped here. So it's always worth a try. And welcome. Thanks for checking us out.
Thank you, Morgan. Appreciate that. Anyone else want to share anything before we part ways? All right, then I'll just say this. Thursday night, Nicholas DeHame is going to be here. Please come on out based on your relationship alone. Who would be a great connector in your community to bring people out or to bring people forward? Invite them Thursday. Tell them you want them to attend. You have a partner overview page as well. So if someone is not eligible to or not able to come Thursday, they can certainly watch your partner page. Once you join, you'll see you get that in your welcome email, a link you can send them to. But hey, I'm sorry you don't have more questions, but I'm okay that you don't. That means you're ready to rock and roll. So let's rock and roll. And hopefully you liked our transparency that it's not for everybody, but for those who it's for, it can be a game changer, legacy builder for your family. And it is willable and sellable. It's a business, not a job. So it's your business to take with you permanently or sell. Survive. I pass away, I perish, business continues on, so does my team. Same with you. Survives you. Just like any other company in America survives the owner, so does this one. God bless you all. We'll see you tomorrow on the 11:30 Business Funding Pro Day. We'll see you Thursday night with Nicholas DeHane.